Mildly a big deal. Podcast with Bo Clowers. I've been struggling lately. I hate to say that. I hate to say that on, for anyone to hear as well. I think a lot of what I do is I credit my self value to how others view me, to others' perspective of me. And that's not fair to myself. And I know that. I know that I shouldn't do that. But I do it. I do it all the time. It's frustrating because, you can't just really control what others think and how others feel. People hear rumors, people, make something up, or they get the wrong perspective or wrong idea, and then people run with that. And so it can be an uphill battle to try to go against what everybody thinks. I think I've always done that. I think as a child, I would be in school. And for the longest time, I didn't have hardly friends. I was quiet. I was shy. I was kind of just a little fat kid in school and didn't really have any friends. And then one day, I made some people laugh. And I thought, okay, well, that's, something I can do. So I would always go for that laugh. Once again, it came down to what they thought. That's how I valued myself. And I've just always done that. I've done that, like I said, my whole life. Always trying to people please, always trying to say the right thing, do the right thing. And the problem that happens is that when you do that, sometimes you're so busy pretending to be something else and so busy pretending to be okay that you say the wrong thing or you do the wrong thing, and then it's hard to combat that. It's hard to come back after it. Um, I don't know. I just been thinking a lot about that lately because I'm a traveler, so I'm alone a lot. And if you're alone a lot and you credit your self value and self worth to what other people think, and you're alone, so you don't have those people, all of a sudden it can be hard to not get in your own head and think about, all the bad. Because, I'm always, just like all of us are, I'm sure, my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst critic. I think of the things I do and the things I've said, and I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed, I hate myself most of the time for what I've done. You would think I would just start to make different decisions, but here I am. I'm still on the same path that I've always been on, still making the same decisions and the same mistakes. And I pray a lot. I pray a lot about it. Um, I am a believer in that, God won't give you more than you can handle. I'm a believer in God gives you the bad so that you can appreciate the good. Um, I'm a believer in everything happens in God's time. And so for me, I do believe that I'm just waiting for the right time. I believe that I'm waiting for everything to be okay, for, I don't know, my sign or whatever you want to call it. But that doesn't make it an easy wait. It doesn't make it easier to be sad or be so challenged all the time. And I didn't want to say all this in public. Really, I didn't want to make it known. But then I think to myself, maybe there's some of you guys that are going through the same thing. Maybe some of you guys are also having just a hard time, and you don't know where to reach or where to look or who to talk to. And maybe you also, wonder if it's just you. Are you the only one? Well, you're not the only one. I promise you that. So, we all just keep fighting. We all just keep on trying to do better. That's all you can do. Well, I don't know. I feel like trying to do better isn't the right word. Because, like they say, like, there is no try. You can say Yoda said it or whoever said it. There's no try. You don't try to do better. You either do better or you don't. And I think right now I'm not. I think it's on me. I think it's my fault. I have to find a way to do better. So, like, I say my prayers and I ask God to give me the strength not to do better, but I ask God to give me the strength to find a way. Give me just point me in the right direction. Um, I'm also a believer in sometimes, people always say, well, hey, we have unanswered prayers. And I don't think that's true. I don't think the prayers go unanswered. I think sometimes God just says no. Uh, Sometimes I think he just says, no, you figure this out on your own. You can do this. I've given you the tools. I've given you the strength. I've given you the courage. It's your turn to do it. That can be hard. And I think that's where I'm at. I think it's my turn to do it. I think it's my turn to do better. It's easier said than done. I know that. So, I don't know. I've just been down a lot lately. I'm struggling here. I don't know if I just need to go play more golf or find a good show to watch. I don't know. Something to take my mind off of it. I do a lot of just sitting and thinking in the dark. And I don't think that helps me much. I think the one thing that I should never be left alone with, I think, is myself. I've been alone with me now for over 40 years, and let me tell you, I'm a jerk. I'm not nice to me. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. Do any of y'all have a say any of that? Does anybody have something they want to talk about? You can always leave a message. You can DM me, put me send me a message on Facebook or whatever the case. I mean, I'm here if anybody needs a friend. I think I'm a better friend to other people than I am to myself, which is, I guess, a disservice to myself, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Sometimes to make myself feel better, I will go buy stuff. My own little shopping therapy. So I did, which it was my birthday. But I got me a pod mic and a Fi-Fi arm and a Fi-Fi mic, Fi-Fine, I think it's called, AM8T. Uh, I had everything plugged up to my Vocaster. I'm pretty excited about that. I really want to start doing more interviews. They seemed like they go better. Uh, get more views. They go smoother. So I have a few people I'm going to reach out to. We're going to see how that goes. And I know that I don't get a ton of views on here. I know that. So people may like pick at me or make fun, but I enjoy it, and it's one of the few things that I still like to do. I like to do my podcast. I like to go golfing. I used to like to go fishing. I haven't been fishing in a coon's age. Um, I enjoy it though. I think I still enjoy it. Um, I don't know. What do you guys do? What do y'all do to make you feel better? What do you do to give yourself a reason to wake up tomorrow and do tomorrow? Because I'll take advice. I'll take suggestions. You know, sometimes I just go for a ride in my truck and look at the stars. I'm awake a lot at night, and that helps me. I don't know. I feel closer to God at night. I feel closer to God when I can see the stars. I'll tell you when I feel the closest to God. I feel the closest to God with a dog. There's nothing more holy, there's nothing more pure on this planet than a dog. A dog looks at you every time it looks at you with its whole heart. A dog loves you as much as it can love you all the time. And I don't see how people can not like dogs. I don't see how people can, not have a pet. I mean, they are spiritual. I feel like they're the one perfect thing that God gave us. And I think that's why they don't last long. I think that's why they die so young. They're just too good. They're too pure. They're too innocent. And that's why they're happy all the time. It's like they put their whole life's enjoyment into every moment. You know how great it would be if we could do that, if we could take that lesson from dogs and just be happy for the moment, be happy now for now. But we don't. Like me, I am constantly living in the past or living in the future. What did I do? Why did I do it? I hate that I did that. I shouldn't have done that. Or I can't wait until this happens. I can't wait until that happens. Meanwhile, I'm right here. I'm right here in the now, and I'm just missing out on it. No one to blame but myself. There for a while, I was working on that. What I started doing was I just wouldn't bring my phone places. When I would go as a traveler to the deserts or the mountains or the cliffs or rivers or whatever, waterfalls, I would just leave my phone in the car. What do I need a picture of it for? I don't look at pictures. I don't look at pictures of my phone. I leave it in the car, go experience it and enjoy it right now for what it is. That's what I used to do. And I'm going to get back to that. And I got to and once again, I take those pictures so that I can show everybody else what I did. I can show everybody else where I went. That's not right. That's trying to find validation in what everyone else thinks. Man, I hate that I do that. I don't know. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to do better with that. And if you guys have any suggestions on how to do better with that, let me know. Like I said, thrilled to learn better coping mechanisms. I don't know. It just feels silly to be saying all this, and it feels silly to be talking about how I've been down because I got several friends right now that are just really going through it. I got a friend that is sick and contemplating going to Oregon for, I don't know what they call it, a medical assisted termination, whatever. I've got a friend that is going through a long-term breakup that came from nowhere, and she's struggling. She's having a rough time. So, I mean, I got all these people that are having a harder time than me. So, I guess I really probably need to just toughen up, but I don't know. I'll be there for them, though. There's one thing that I'm pretty good at. If I was to toot my own horn, it's that while I may not be always a great listener for myself, I'm a very good listener for my friends. So we'll see how that goes. So anyways, you guys, say some prayers, send some good vibes, and I appreciate y'all. And as always, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Mildly a Big Deal, a podcast with Bo Clowers.